Hello and welcome to this, our second Sharp Practice AWI Army Showcase videos. And if you haven't as yet seen our first one we've done on the British, I'll leave a link for you to click on at the end of this video, or you can pause the video and there'll be a link up in the cards up above. So what do we have in front of you? We have the Sundry Rebels force from the Sharp Practice rulebook, and it's a great force. Has a good mix of troops from state line troops and rebel militia, as you can see on the screen. Again, it gives the character and flavour of the period of those troops fighting in and around the Boston and New York areas. And it allows the player in that some really good sort of choices to make and have to do on to sort of manage how their troops interact on the tabletop and in the games that you're playing. I've always been interested in the American War of Independence, American Revolution. More recently, I was very inspired by the TV series of Turn Washington Spies, made by, I think it's AMC. And in there, it's obviously representing the Culper spy ring. And again, it's very, very interesting. I know some of the characters in the show have been altered slightly and played slightly out of context. It is a fantastic story, and that is well worth reading up on. So let's get into the force and show you what we've got. So first up then, we have the two groups of 8 figures of state line troops armed with muskets. They're being led by a status 2 leader, which could be anything from sort of a lieutenant, captain, major, colonel, etc. So again, quite a good leader and that to lead these troops. And they say 2 groups of them on the tabletop, which is quite solid actually on the tabletop. But what I've done with these, I've added in a 3rd group. Now again, if you've seen the British video, I've done a unit of line, which is 3 groups. I've done these sort of like to match up with them. So again, if we're playing a game where it gives me extra sort of force points that I can spend on, if I've got enough force points available, some support units, I could add this extra group on, or at a later date paint up some more leaders. I can add extra leaders and some status 1 leaders. So again, the nice miniatures. These are all Wargames Foundry miniatures. Some of the miniatures we do have are a mix of Foundry and Perry miniatures, and they go together well, obviously designed by the Perrys. But these Wargames Foundry miniatures I do think stand the test of time. Yeah, really, really nice. Really quite characterful little figures actually. The faces and that are quite sort of characterful as well. We like those. So I'll show a couple of these and then show you the leader. Really cool. We had a game over Christmas, you may have seen from our Facebook page, and if you don't follow our Facebook page, drop along a link. It's a link in the description below. Have a look at that. And we played a game using these, and I say really, really nice. Really good games, really good fun. And over there. Yeah, really nice figures. So there we are, that's those. And then the leaders I've done is like an old campaigner. Those figures there, the normal troops, they're on a 1p piece, or you can use 20mm round. And obviously it's in the sabot tray. This figure is on a 25mm round, just so he stands out, so I can see him on the tabletop. I know, obviously, you know, leader would be separate from the groups, but it just makes it stand out and gives it a little bit more character. As I said, this one's an old campaigner. Been there, seen it and done it. He's probably around in the French Indian Wars. And yeah, really, really nice figures, these. Wargames Foundry, say, really quite cool figures. So there we are. That's sort of initially 2 groups, but I got the option of adding a 3rd group if I need it. So next up then, we have 2 groups of 10 rebel militia, armed with muskets, and they've got another status 2 leader for leading this unit. All of these miniatures again are all Wargames Foundry. Again, they're quite, I actually do like them. I think the Wargames Foundry miniatures and that are really cool. So I'll just show you some of these in a minute. There's a guy that march in there. These were all painted using, what were they? Oh yeah, 2 thin coats and some of the Vallejo models, and the washes we've used obviously Agrax and Known Oils, etc. from Citadel. The previous units you've seen from the state line troops, those ones were painted up a long time ago. Actually, at the time I did the British, but again, never got round to basing them up. So likewise, the militia you see here and the ones you're going to see in a moment are all done in the last couple of months. You can see the painting styles changed and that on them. It's funny, isn't it, how you over the years and that your painting styles changes as you do more figures or you know, those sorts of things. And yeah, it's really nice, like this one. Really cool. So it's just coming out to fight. They're really nice miniatures, these. Show you that. They're great on the table, like I said before. It's a great little force to have on the table to play. And then, let's say, led by a status 2 leader, and I've again done this one as like an old campaigner. Yeah, he's been there, he's seen it, he's done it, he's chewed the dirt. Trying to organise these units, his militia, into a fighting force for the cause. And that's 2 groups of rebel militia. So next up then we have 3 groups of rebel militia. Now the original list has only 2 groups of rebel militia, which are the 2 end ones we have here. The middle one I've added in as extra points, and that, as you said, I said to you about the points disparity in the last video between the British and the Continental force. So I've added this one in, so again it gives me an option of putting this, or I could put that other state line unit base in to add that unit up. So let's get into these figures. These are a mixture of Wargames Foundry and Perry miniatures. So I'll just go through some of these. Nice miniatures, these. And again, if you look, they all mix in very well. I mean, this unit has a mixture of both. Very nice minis. Very characterful. And they're led by, all these 3 groups are led by status 1 leaders. So you're looking at your junior NCOs, sort of like your corporals and your sergeants, etc. I like this one. This is a Foundry miniature. Really nice. Yeah, it's the same as this one here. Sort of, it's an expression I don't want to be here really, but I'm here. Let's get into the job. Really nice minis. There. Into his bag. Yeah, really nice, really cool looking minis. Get the Foundry miniatures. As I said, they do stand the test of time. I've said it many times, but yeah, I think they really do. And the ones in the middle here are Perry's. Again, there's their leader. I put a sash on this one because I quite like painting it up, so it looks quite nice. It could be a senior sergeant or something like that. Really, really nice mini. Hunting shirts are always cool though, aren't I think? 25mm round bases, as I said earlier, for the leaders, just so they can sort of stand out on the tabletop a little bit, as opposed to the normal troops. Get really nice mini. Perry miniatures. Like I said, when you put them all together like this, and I should sort of take my hands away in a minute and you'll see, you don't really notice the difference in height and scale. So I'll get a mini out in a minute, I'll show you one side by side. So I'll get him a minute. Yeah, guy that stood up. This one here. So side by side. Put back a bit, you'll be able to sort of see a bit better. Not much difference, and if you get them up, get them close like that, there isn't that much difference in the 2. So I'm quite happy the way they come out really. I think they work really, really well. So there we have it, and that's the Rebel Militia Skirmishers. Well, that's it then, guys. That is our Continental Army Showcase for you. Hope you liked what we've done for this force so far. It will get added to as time goes on. Possibly some mounted leaders will be added into there. Some more leaders on foot, some status 1 leaders on foot. So you sort of your NCOs, a dragoon unit, and an artillery piece will all get added to this force. But we hope you've enjoyed seeing what we've done for you on this video today, and our British one. And if you haven't seen our British one yet, there will be a link at the end of this video, as I said earlier. But that's all we got for you for now then, guys. Like I said, keep your projects coming. We've loved seeing what you're doing on Facebook and also here on YouTube and that. We like and comment where we can. Some inspirational work out there keeps us going, keeps us motivated, and I hope that's the same for you for what we're doing. If you're not subscribed to our channel, hit the subscribe button and the notifications. That way you'll be informed when the new video gets uploaded. And consider coming over to our Facebook page and that in the link in the description below. And that way you'll be able to see what else we get up to when we're not making videos, because we also do a lot of hobby work on there and games we post on there that we don't always show on YouTube. So until next time, guys, please stay safe and happy wargaming.